In many African villages, children are not born alone. They arrive carrying the breath of those who came before them. They arrive carrying memory, and sometimes they arrive carrying power. Míde was born in the village of Kana, a place where tradition ruled more strongly than kings, and where anything unfamiliar was treated as a threat long before it was understood. The night she entered the world, the sky did something strange. The stars appeared, then vanished. The wind stopped moving, and inside a small clay hut, the midwife froze mid-breath. The child in her hands was too warm. Her skin was light, soft caramel, glowing faintly, as if the sun itself had left fingerprints on her body. But the hair made the women recoil. It was ginger, not the red of rust, not the brown of earth, but the bright copper of flame just born. Thick curls sprang outward immediately, coiling tightly into a dense, living afro, as if the child had arrived already resisting containment. The midwife whispered words she had not spoken since her own grandmother died. The sun has returned early. In Kana, difference is not ignored, it is studied. As Míde grew, the village grew uncomfortable. Her hair did not behave like other children's hair. It grew upward and outward, growing longer each season, glowing brighter under heat. No shea butter softened it, no braid held it for long. It always returned to itself, wild, full, defiant. People said her hair listened to the sun. Children stopped playing when she arrived. Mothers warned their daughters not to share food with her. Elders watched her from shaded corners, measuring her presence like a bad omen. But what frightened them most was this: nothing bad happened around her. No sickness, no death, no misfortune. And in villages like Kana, unexplained peace can be more frightening than disaster. Míde felt it long before she understood it. The way voices lowered when she passed, the way laughter died near her shadow, the way people avoided touching her hair as though it might burn them. She began to walk alone, not because she wanted solitude, but because solitude was safer than rejection. In the forest, trees did not flinch. In the river, her reflection did not fear her. In silence, she could breathe. At night, she asked her grandmother questions she was too afraid to ask anyone else. Why do they look at me like I don't belong? Mama Say's eyes filled with something ancient. Because they remind you of something they buried. When the rain stopped, fear finally found its voice. The sun burned hotter than memory allowed. Crops shriveled, the river exposed bones it had hidden for decades, and slowly eyes turned toward Míde. She carries the sun. She is hoarding the heat. She was never meant to stay. The lie spread easily because it answered a question no one wanted to sit with. What if the ancestors were angry? Fear dressed itself as tradition. On the night they decided to exile her, the village moved as one body. Torches surrounded her. She stood still, not brave, not defiant, just exhausted from proving our humanity to people who refused to see it. The moment her bare feet touched the forest line, the earth spoke. Wind roared through the trees, the sky darkened unnaturally, and the sun dimmed as though someone had closed an eye. Mama Say stepped forward, shaking but not afraid. This child is not cursed. She is remembered. She raised her staff. Long before villages, before names, before fear, there were daughters of fire and earth, guardians of balance. Míde's hair lifted slowly, glowing fiercely, stretching beyond human shape, no longer just hair, but symbol. Then the rain fell, not gently, but urgently. The village survived, but it never returned to what it was. Iomide stayed, but she was never small again. They learned not to fear her, but they never fully understood her. And perhaps that was the point. Some people are born to fit inside the world. Others are born to correct it.